evening. I'm Julia Lalla-Maharajh, and I am founder and chief executive of the Orchid Project. And someone asked me earlier if we'd be showing any photographs that were in any way going to be disturbing. We are not. So everyone can either uncross their legs or just take a breath in and out, because that is not Orchid's style. I'm here tonight to tell you how we can work together to end female genital cutting, and we believe that that is entirely possible within the next generation. The reason I can say that to you is because actually 11 years ago today I was on this stage. I was helping BAS PLC do their results to the city, and if you'd asked me 11 years ago if I thought I would be up here talking about genitals, well, I really wouldn't. But here I am, and the reason I am here, and the reason I've given up my private sector life to follow this path, is I met these two little girls in northern Ethiopia, and they were called Mekdes and Tinabab. And I was a VSO volunteer. Off I went thinking I was, going to save the world and do development. And I had endless training, and what no one told me was about female genital cutting. What no one told me was that 91% of women go through the most violent form, which is where the entire genitals are removed and the wound that's left is sewn up. It's hard to imagine the impacts that that has, but throughout a woman's life, she has dreadful impacts. And this is a taboo of the largest scale. I wanted to take these little girls back to their parents and beg their parents not to cut them. But I knew I had no agency, I had no right, I had absolutely nothing I could do about it. So I came back to London, and I started knocking on doors, and I said to various people at various organisations, please can I help, please can I volunteer? Would you believe very few of the international NGOs work on this issue? You possibly would. Mm-hmm. I ended up volunteering for 6 months with a small organisation called Forward, who were fantastic, and I learned an awful lot from them. But then I heard about what was happening in Senegal, and I decided in January and February this year to spend 2 months volunteering with an NGO called Tostan. And this is what I discovered. Oh, I'm sorry, I completely missed that slide. That is the scale of FGC, and just goes to show it doesn't happen universally in Africa, but does happen in areas like Indonesia. What I discovered was this: entire communities choosing to abandon FGC. Done in a very respectful way, a 3-year human rights-based program that allows people to access and understand for themselves the impact that is happening. It allows them to make a causal link between their daughters being cut and developing tetanus 2 weeks later, and then them dying from tetanus. If you don't know about germ transmission, that's something you're not going to know. These women told me about their human rights and their responsibility to stick to those human rights and what impact that was having. Together, they collectively have abandoned female genital cutting as a community. But not only that, they've involved their intermarrying communities at a declaration. I saw a declaration in the Gambia, 28 communities abandoned, 120 witnessed that abandonment. This is something that is exponentially spreading across West Africa. That was me, this time last week, that was me in a village holding Fatou Toure, who is 1 month old, who will now not be cut. I promised you no brutal photographs. I instead show you a photograph of hope and opportunity. Orchid Project was formed in April of this year. We are 8 months old, and we work on 3 levels. One is partnering organisations at the community level so that we can really understand what is happening, where it matters most. The second thing we do is we communicate the hope of the change that is happening. We believe this is a scalable model. We also believe it's replicable. And frankly, any opportunity we have, bizarrely I managed to get to Davos on the back of winning a YouTube video competition. And yes, believe me, it was a completely different experience. Apparently I bum rushed Bill Clinton, which is an Americanism. But our message at Davos was, this can happen within our lifetimes. Change can happen. The third thing that Orchid is here to do is to advocate for change. We believe that there are global levers that work in the arena of development, everything from UN agencies right the way through. And we all know at the moment women and girls, MDGs 4 and 5, are right at the top of agendas. Female genital cutting needs to be there as well. That photograph was, you can't quite see him, but Stephen O'Brien is obscured by someone's headscarf there. But we took him to introduce him to the people on the ground. One of them is an ex-cutter, Mariette, who had 2 daughters die. What we're here... No, that's my 1 minute.
I did the 1 minute warning before.
Oh no!
30 seconds just to wrap up.
Okay. We're here to ask for some money towards our volunteers who keep us going. We're an extremely young organisation. I'm here to say, imagine if you could be part of ending female genital cutting in our generation. Foot binding ended in 12 years. FGC can end the same way, and together we can be part of that. Thank you.